No, it's mint, it's lovely.
It's crap.
For what?
That's good.
What an absolute weapon.
People need to start being responsible for the actions they take.
I mean, I like what we sell because I know that the guy finds silly little things interesting.
Biggest headache? What's been the biggest headache? Jason's come into us a message this morning saying
Tell me how to do my job.
he doesn't come across as very professional on the videos. Problem is, this is what it's just like. I wish people just had a bit of more. I don't know. I don't know what the word is, but gumption or just like not even empathy.
See it from our point of view.
Mind your own business, or just understanding that they're watching a whole week of 6 days worth of work that's condensed down into 45 minutes. So they take, like the guy that really was a bit off the rails and was messaging me, all the other guys that I do the podcast with and whatever, like, this isn't very good, people have done this, that doesn't look very good, Joe's buying the wrong stuff, you know, he shouldn't buy that, his business is going to... It's like, you're seeing little snapshots that we're showing you.
Yeah.
It's not the whole story, I'm not explaining the ins and outs of every bit of the business and whatever. This is just like 0.5% of what happens in the week. Don't judge it completely on that. It's entertainment.
Watching us sell Nissan Qashqais for a reasonable profit, it's not really that exciting, is it?
No.
Yeah, it's past an MOT and it's ready to go. Yeah, fingers crossed on the payment.
Yeah.
It's obviously you never know, but I got good vibes from her. She obviously loved it.
It's much cooler than the Z4.
Oh, I was half tempted because when I took it back off her, or when they left, I just drove it up and down there, and when you take your foot off the overhead, it crackles, and not like a tasteless, like bang, 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 it just crackles, and it's really cool. So if I hadn't heard from a cut days, I'm tempted to send her a little video saying, I bet the Z4 doesn't do this. Then, bang, 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 make it all excited.
Right. We've got a podcast in half an hour. Is there anything else you want
What's
from me?
today's subject? No, I'll get on the minivan and sort that out and do other bits and pieces.
The Hyundai i10. Have we spent much on it?
i20.
Whatever it is, yeah.
The auto, I don't think we've put an MOT on it. Let me just double check. But no, is the answer to that.
Alright, okay. Well, that and maybe the white jogger, I was thinking of trading on to our mate. Just because we've got loads of stuff coming in from Cars Bought for More, and frankly I'm running out of money, so
Yeah.
especially after having to pay for the Cayman and the Jag XKR and whatever else.
Oh, we've put an MOT on it. That's it.
Yeah, so it should be ready to go, really, isn't it? I don't think there's that much.
No, it's mint, it's lovely.
At the end of the day, because they're such low mileage, like under 20,000, they don't normally perform that well
It
for us.
could hang about if you
They can hang around. We may as well take a profit now, and he'll make a profit out of it, and
yeah.
all good. I think it would pay to keep an eye out for cars that have got the simple problem. Someone's like, oh, the clutch is slipping, because then you can go and test drive it and make sure that that definitely is all that it is. But what I would say is fixing cars up to sell them is obviously one of the things you've said here is kind of like scaling up from doing it on your driveway to having a forecourt. Fixing cars is obviously labour intensive. So if you want to scale that, there's only so many cars you can fix in a day, which means you need to employ other people. When you're paying someone else, it doesn't make profit anymore. You think, oh, I'm just doing it like Matt was saying on a previous episode, when he was trying to still fix cars to make a profit, he would say he was just basically the profit he would make would cover the wages of the person that was doing it, and other than that there wasn't much benefit. So I think the only way you can scale it is buy stuff that looks like it's got no problems. The good news is you'll still get to use your mechanical skills, because even everything that looks like it's got no problems has got some problems. one you jump back?
No, that was alright. It's only that one.
Yeah.
The other two seemed alright. Looks tidy.
Yeah, other than this wing, that would need painting.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's still on a heartbeat. It's like 96 out of 100.
Yeah.
So we could
Wheels
sell it.
Nice. Yeah, all the paperwork's in. I'll take the key for this. Nah. So you got the key for that one?
It's still on the thing, I think. Let's leave this one running until the battery's flat.
Yeah. Do you want me to take that key for that indoors? Just so we don't lose it.
Well, I'll tell you what, leave it. Give me all the keys, because I'll move them around, because obviously we're taking some more space than we need
That's
to.
it.
New stock day. Selection of more budget vehicles to fill the forecourt, courtesy of Thursday auction sale at G3. Video out now. We're making tow bar work. Discovery 4. Adrian's done new disc and pads all the way around. Obviously, at some point we were going to put some chunky tyres on it, we were going to do a whole video about it, but in the end, you know what, I just thought people weren't really going to be that bothered. We still got other stuff to do. We've got a snorkel for it. We've got the new general grabbers on there, and he's changed the mass airflow sensor because it was going into restricted performance mode. Typical, classic Land Rover. But that didn't solve it. It then made another problem, which was inlet manifolds leaking. So we've ordered £200 worth of inlet manifolds, 2 plural. One was 110, one was 80, and he's going to change those. But our trusty old V6 L3 V6 V8 3.6 V8 L322 Land Rover. That's a lot of numbers, isn't it? Has EGR problems and it keeps going into limp mode, and Dan can't really keep towing with that. So yeah, we're getting the tow bar out on that thing so we could tow with that potentially, depending on how quickly the inlet things turn up and how easy of a job it is. Yeah, so that we've got some stuff to tow with. Need to get a bit more organised so we could, you know, do more cars, box more stuff. And then we're going to send the old RS5 off to auction. Nothing wrong with it, just it's not really drumming up much interest, and it's just dead money sat there. Same goes for the Boxster S. Like, amazing car, 30,000 miles. Everyone seems to be put off by the fact that it's had 7 owners. It doesn't seem like a lot in 14 years. A couple of years per owner, great history, serviced by main dealer, all that sort of stuff. But then it did its roof thing and really annoyed me. And I was like, do you know what? I don't want like 20 grand just sat there doing nothing, waiting for the right person to turn up with their Altoids. Has it had the whatever done? Just gonna send it to auction, get it out of my life, and buy 8 mockers or something, and be done with it. So yeah, that's that. I've just got some silver hook universal paint to put on the tow bar now that we've got it operating. So that's that. What day are we on? Monday. Your lens is very dirty. You must have had that out in the rain, I think. Do you want me to go around this way? We can have Adrian in the background. There we are, that's better light. You saw all of our cars turn up from G3 earlier, so the lads are cleaning those now, so that's good. Then, I want to do something with this. Let's have a talk about everything we've got here. I'm trying to get on top of stuff. So, this thing, you would have seen us pick this up. Toby drove it back, didn't you? And it was coming up with ABS problems. Well, we got it back, checked it out, and it's... I might have talked about this already. The transfer case. It's got like a clutch type thing in it. I don't know. You can find a kit to refurb it for 500 quid. Or we could get a second-hand one for about 350 quid. Or you could get a new one or a refurbished one. No, someone refurb it. I don't know. The other option's 2.5 grand anyway. we ain't going to do that. So we're going to get a second-hand one to start off with, try that, see what happens. Then if it's okay, then we can service it and change the oil and stuff. So, and then there should still be a decent margin left on that. That's the 335D that we bought as a 335D, but whenever we go to list it, it says it's a 335i. I think that's because BMW did something really weird with their kind of names. This is a 335i diesel, and it's just confusing. And then Jason's old car, which he had for a while, and then was like, oh, I want to trade it back in, and he did, but then it just died and wouldn't start, so we had to get a new body control module thingy for it at the cost of a few £100. Put it in, he sold it under the understanding that we get an MOT, sent it to the MOT centre, it died at the MOT centre again, and it hasn't started since. So great car, love it. Just need to get it running again and then get it out of my life. Oh, someone's bit of floss there. Yeah, then we need to sort out the Range Rover out there with the wrap on. I'm probably going to de-wrap that bad boy. And yeah. V8 Dower. Got a couple of cars going to Theo at Bowen's garage, so he might pop down later in the week. You should see him in this video, in the weekly. He's going to come down, because he's like the low mileage specialist. Stuff that will sit in our forecourt for ages because the mileage is too low. He'll sell in a heartbeat, and I'm sure he'll come and gloat about it. So he's going to have two cars off of us, one of the Dacia Doggers and a Hyundai i20. Both under like 15,000 miles on them, I think, each. Adrian's waiting on paint, so let's go on paint. They're leaving, he's painting now. Smashing!
Just you.
Look at there. Thank you very much, sir. Did I order you another one, or did you?
No, Mark did. But now obviously we've got the old one works absolutely fine for the actor, but when you put the snow foam in it, just came out like water.
Right.
Now watch when you spray it out.
Foamy.
Yeah, it comes out like snow foam shit.
You look up and through there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What is that?
It's the motor casing. It's cracked.
For what?
Power steering.
Ah.
No power steering. It's got. So I reckon it's probably been there for a while, and all the weather we've had, and the water's got in there, and it's 1,500 odd quid for Western power steering. 10 days. They program it. And you've got to do is calibration. But trying to find a second-hand one. It's a bit of a nightmare, even with the numbers I've got off of it. They range anything from 600 odd to 1,000 odd pounds. But it's finding there's quite a few variants, even though they say from 2018 to 24. But none of the numbers I've got are telling me, because the motor housing's got its own number, the ECU and the actual racket's got its own number, which the computer doesn't like.
Wunderbar. Just try and plan out our morning. I was hoping I would have been on the road already, but it's only, well, it's 11 o'clock, bloody hell. Sophie's car here. Come have a look how filthy, disgusting this car is. What an absolute weapon. She's like, oh, could you just get the valeters to just do a quick wet vac on the back seats, because they're getting ruined, and I've got a seat cover to put on. But the dogs, it's the dogs. It's like, well, surely you want the dogs to go in the boot? No, they like the back seats. It's like, they're dogs, so put a nice bed in the boot and they'll be happy and secure. No, they like to go in the back. So my lovely high mileage, now on about 190,000 mile BMW 320D, that is mine, and she's just using, and this is how she treats it. And then it's like, could you just get them to give it a quick hoover? to be fair, she did give me 50 quid. She's like, if I give you 50 quid, could you like clean the interior? But I'm going to take it down to the hand car wash because we don't have time for this rubbish. And they'll definitely charge more than 50 quid to do that. They're going to look inside there and be like, you bastard. Fine. And they'll charge us a fortune, but whatever. What have I got? I haven't got time for it. So, get the valeting lads to do that while we go out. We're taking the RS5 and the Boxster to auction just because I'm trying to be really strict with overage stock now. So when it gets to, we've had it in stock for say 90 days, 3 months, it's got to go one way or the other. It's got to go because it's not doing us any favours. You can say like, some people are really brave and they hang on to their stock until it sells. By the time it's hit 90 days, if your overheads are 25 quid a day, which is what we calculated, then we've already lost money on it. So it's not doing us any favours. Get rid of it, get the money back, or the majority of the money back, and put it into something else that does make you profit. Otherwise it's just, stale, dead money sat there doing nothing. Anyway, so that's those two going down. Then we'll go and get 2 cars from the farm. We got a Mini Roadster and a Qashqai, which are right up James Harding Street of Chops Garage. So they've been sat there waiting for him for a long time and he hasn't done anything about collecting them. But luckily for him, he's now got a car that I want to buy. So we're going to drive 2 down to him and then bring back our Mercedes GLC. So that is the plan. I might make myself a cup of tea for the road and then we'll go. I'm just making sure I've got all the paperwork, all the keys and all that sort of stuff. And I don't know what car we're going to take. We need something to get us down there and back. We'll figure that out in a sec. Here he comes. Does he know what he's got to do when he goes in? Right, we'll grab keys and then you should be free to go, Greg. Got some little merch, shops. I know he's a big fan, so. And because no one else buys it, so I've got a lot of key rings and things. Wink, wink. I mean a lot. So Toby's got the Cooper SD Roadster. And I got the Qashqai, and we're filming on a pair of glasses. I don't even know if it's still recording, but it's got a light on. Yeah, all right, cool. And Tugboat's being an absolute bell end, so let's get on the road down to Chops then. Oh, I need to pay him, so give me 2 seconds, I'll let you know. Right, sat nav tells us 1 hour and 5 minutes. I'll just check that Toby's got some fuel, because I got loads. Have you got plenty of fuel? 118 miles. It's only 56, so. What a beast, mate. You're not going to get the roof down? Fair enough. I'll lead the way, shall I? We got Tugboat again today, haven't we, Tugboat? We're on dog sitting duties, so he's got to come on a road trip. Here he is, finally catching up. There he goes. Spoiler up, look. Flying. Just spoke with James actually, and I forgot that he said he wouldn't be here until, or back at his place until 1:30. He's in Gordano, which is about another 25 minutes on from where we've just set off from. So basically we're going to have a half an hour wait when we get there, which is a pain, but not the end of the world. What's 30 minutes between friends? Nice. Just throwing up at the side of the road, Tugs. Oh my god.
You have reached your destination.
We've got about half an hour wait now because I forgot. I've already said, but we've got about half an hour to wait because he's on his way from Gordano services. So let Tugboat out for a little tinkle, and then we'll have a wander around, I suppose, see what stock he's got, see if we can try and tap him up to sell us. Let's have a look at his MGB T supercharged thing. He's having loads of problems with this, I think, apparently. I probably shouldn't give away stuff that he's going to put in his videos, but I do think it's quite cool. It's because this is the one it's got an MX-5 engine in, isn't it? And then he's put a supercharge on it. It does look cool. It probably makes very cool noises, but well, it might not at the moment because I don't think it runs very well. So, what's he got? Peugeot 308. I think he sold that. This must be Scrapyard Corner because his L322's here, which I saw in one of his videos. He said it was going into a limp mode when he under like heavy load, put his foot down hard or going up a hill. Sounds awfully familiar, like our 3.6 TDVA L322. So I expect his EGRs are schnoigled as well. Peugeot, whatever that is. Then here's the, I'm fairly certain that's still the same Civic from the original. God, he's tugging like hell. Obviously, lovely roadster we've just bought, and our Qashqai. I think he said our Mercedes is inside. Toby asked when we got here if the BMW was for us, which it would be right up my street, but I think this is one he bought from a subscriber, therefore he wants to sell it himself. Fair enough. Should have stopped at like a Burger King or something, but we didn't. Giving us the shifty eye. Good afternoon. How are you?
Alright, yourself?
Not too bad.
I'm going to turn down the west off the road. Hello. Hello. Yes, hello.
Get him, Tugs.
Hello. You did kill me, Tugs. You're going to kill me. Yeah, you're going to attack. What a killer. What a killer. Hey, I can see it. I can see it. When are you going on tour then? When are you going on tour? Hey? So what joys have you brought me then?
Well, you know by now, the lovely Qashqai drove superbly.
Good news.
Still got half a tank of fuel in it.
Oh, okay. So that might want that.
And so we brought down the old roadster. Super thing.
So what is it like on cold startup?
What's that?
The diesel roadster.
No, it was alright.
It'll be in the comments now. If you're putting this on video, it'll be in the comments now already. Oh, fucking diamond drain, diamond drain. That's alright, isn't it?
It made it here.
Right, mine just warm now, so it won't do it now anyway, will it? Tiki, lovely jubbly. Lovely job, yeah. I think I'll get an MOT on that and give it a machine polish up and treat all the plastics, and we'll put it on because my
It's racing green.
yeah, my MOT isn't quite ready for raffling yet. I might see. Actually, this might come up with a bit of stuff. And then we've got cash cow that needs an MOT, doesn't it? This one.
It's got some. They've both got some, to be fair.
And this is the thing to check with your cash cow, people. Don't even worry about anything else. Nothing else, just get underneath it and see exactly how crusty it is. I've seen worse. It is a bit crusty, but I've seen worse. Cool. Should we see if we've got anything for you then?
Let's have a look.
Look at this beauty, eh?
Lovely, look at that.
You kept it dry for you.
Smashing.
Oh, you do clean it. Comes with a free dirt. Yeah, comes with a free dirt.
I only noticed in the number plates afterwards that it was a Saxton 4x4 one. I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. It could be slanderous, but I don't think it's good to see it at auction.
Oh, this didn't go for auction. This
No.
came from the seller, so.
I see what you mean about the interior in your video.
It looks really bright red, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's
And
not.
I thought, oh, I don't like it, but when you see it in real life, it's more like a dark oxide, and it works really well, doesn't it? When I first saw it, when he offered it to me, I was like, not sure about that, and then when I saw it in real life, I was like, okay.
It's far more muted. Oh. No, I haven't had a GLC before. We've got a GLA in at the moment. You haven't got much of a boot, have you?
I put a picture up on Instagram. I had a load of messages on it.
Yeah.
Way, so you should do right on it. I thought there was one guy in particular who was asking me. Said he's been in contact with you already. What happened with that guy with the Jaguar in the end? Did he just disappear off? Did he?
Yeah.
I was so like. I understand why he got his deposit back because it probably wasn't worth the fight, but it really did frustrate me that he did get his deposit back because you gone and done work specifically for him.
It's annoying, yeah, exactly, that I wasn't there.
It's one thing if someone rocks
up. I
up.
a comment this morning actually, and the guy was like, "Oh, all that stuff you said was additional work," which I didn't say there was a load of stuff. You would have done anyway, but it's like with the wheels we wouldn't have done because the wheels were perfectly fine for a 16-year-old car. But he was like, "Oh yeah, all right. Well, could you get the wheels done?" And it was part of the negotiation.
Yeah, that's
so.
Anyone says that doesn't know what they're talking
I'm out of pocket.
No. No, you get
because the next person won't give a shit.
No, exactly that. Someone might come along and say, "Oh, the wheels got some lack appeal on that." I go, "I can do something about that," or someone else might go, "Oh, that," and you just knock a bit of money off. So, you'd be
like, "Oh, I could do the wheels for you." Like, "Oh, I don't worry about that." Yeah, no, that looked fine to me. Yeah. And that's it. It's not even a thing.
No, it is. It's all. It's like I had a guy message me on the BMW, and he said that I was going to service it, but it's got a full BMW service history. So I've just put it into BMW for the service to be done. And now we've not done the deal specifically. I just think that probably is going to need to be done because no one's going to see a Moore stamp after a full BMW history. But if that person had asked for that, and I went and did it, and it was 100 quid down at Moore's and it's 270 quid at BMW, then I absolutely think that person, after committing to the sale, should pay me the difference.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt. People need to start being responsible for the actions they take. And the trouble is, they just put more and more in place to stop people being responsible for the actions they take.
It's get out of it whenever you want.
Get out of it whenever you like. It's not your fault. It's always somebody else's fault, and there's always somebody else to pay, and it just frustrates the hell out of me. Rant. Yeah. Off the box.
As soon as they brought in a 14-day cooling off period on anything, you just think, yeah, what you're allowing there is someone to make a decision and do the rational thinking after they've made the purchase, rather than doing it before, like normal mature adults do. I'll think about this for a couple of weeks before I jump in. They're like, "Nah, I'll just jump in because I can change my mind a week down the line." Which sounds great until you think about like this country's built on small businesses, and you're just shafting them.
I honestly think it will get to a point where people are always saying it when they turn up now. Like I said, you can't do the cheaper cars for them. And it's just going to get harder and harder to get a cheaper car through a dealer because the rules will be just so full on that you're not going to be able to sell a car at 3, 4, 5 grand and actually make money at it. Yeah. Especially if someone's putting finance on a 3 grand, 4 grand, 5 grand car and can come back 2 years later and go, "I'm having a problem with X, Y, Z," and get all their money back. It's like I put a video up and said about a guy who had Hyundai for a year. And then he put it in with a smashed engine, and it turns out they could go into the computer and say it had gone into first gear at like 60 mile an hour.
Right, yeah.
And I was saying that's why Hyundai aren't going to pay out. I wish we could see what was going on with our cars after that. There was people in the comments saying that's outrageous. There's a warranty. That's what the warranty's for. And you're like, what? What planet are you on where that person is not responsible for that?
That's like buying an 80-inch flat screen TV that comes with a year electrical warranty, punching a hole through it, and then being like, "Come on, that's what the warranty's for."
That's what the warranty's for. That single sort of comment, it just tells you everything you need to know about a proportion. I mean, there's a lot of sensible people. A lot of people that watch our channels are sensible people, but there's a proportion of society that honestly thinks it's everybody else's problem when something happens. Anyhow. I said I was off my rant, I'm back on it.
You hear that as well, people get like they'll curb their wheels and they want to know if that's covered under a warranty.
Yeah.
It's like,
have you ever had it where someone's brought you a car back towards the end of the warranty, said it's about to run out, I wanted you to check the car over and see if anything needs doing?
I've had people come to me before who've just bought a car. The guy was I just hated him. But he'd bought a car somewhere else and said, "Oh, it comes with a 3-month warranty, so we'd like you to check it over because we'd like to find something wrong with it, really."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No, I'm not going to do that.
No.
Like, not what you want me to try and look for or fabricate something wrong, so you can try and put a claim in against it. Like, get out."
Good to see you.
I'll speak to you soon.
Good day, guys.
Cheers. Right then, bit of fuel.
excessive, aren't they?
Probably done them up with like an impact gun. Like, yes, talk to spec.
When do we get this? Am I actually going to get round here? Yeah, we'll get round there.
Yeah, you got loads of them. Stop. I'm not trying to get you started. Alright, come a little bit further straight. Oh, that is a route. Yeah, you're just very tight on this back corner, that's all. They got weird overarches on it. Huh?
Straighten up, man. You can go straight. That's fine.
No, it's touching back.
Keep an eye on that back corner.
Yeah, you're on this side.
We need to move back. Back track out of the way. Tighten up something. Keep going straight. Keep going straight. Keep going straight.
You're on this
Yeah,
side.
loads
Go
of
on, Dan, you're going to make it. Plenty of room this
Wait,
side.
bucket.
Now do a jiggle.
Good?
Yeah, a little bit. There's a cloud pointing away now. Hang on.
These cars moved in a minute and we'll have an efficient system again.
You might have to do a bit of a shimmy.
Yeah, it's just because of this great big
Bit on the
open
big side,
way.
isn't it? That's all. Well, yeah, the first one I got right now, I'm like, I'm never going to make it. I'm never going to make it. Oh, I made it. And
We
then,
need to get this crap down the farm and burnt as well.
That's quite tight. Just clearing a space so I can get the Merc out. What have we got? Say it, Leon. Look. Steph, may I use a lever bar? What? May I borrow one of your lever bars? Thank you.
It's a bit. No, that's far too excessive.
There we go. That'll do. The wing's so bent out of shape, it's pulled the bumper off its bracket. But I'm not sure how I'm going to get it back onto its bracket. I don't want to take the bumper off. Right, that's the bottom one. Let's look at the top one.
Did you manage to open it okay, Dan, or was it?
Yeah, it fired up first time.
Oh, you ruined my joke.
Oh.
I
Sorry.
say, or was it locked? But you were talking over me because of the number plate.
Can someone pull that lever bar right?
What, towards you?
Just pull it out straight. Straight out. Oh, mega. There we go.
Get a bit of black tape over the gap.
Oh. Right. Wow. That was a lot harder than I was expecting that to be.
Wonder where my bin was. Getting a bit tight round here, aren't we? Like he ripped up the lino and the carpet, didn't he? So that it would damage it all there.
Benefit from my scrubbing car. Oh yeah, that would make logical sense to go side at the same time. Just whether it's
I feel like I ought to lease something as our tow car or something, maybe. Like a Ranger or something.
Yeah, no, you suppose.
Toyota Hilux.
Ranger. Rangers are fat.
I've heard that
None of them are
Rangers
that
are
fun to actually drive with, though.
Well,
It's going to be like really bouncy because
you're
it's
in a
like,
Ford.
VW Amarok.
apparently they're quite good. Yeah,
Yeah, Amaroks are lovely.
that's what James Alford of Platinum Car Centre, he was messaging me last night actually. He said that that's his like daily driver, and he said it's just so easy to get in and drive. It drives like a car.
But it's a very utilitarian vehicle. You just use it for everything.
Well, yeah, but it's not like a Navara or a Hilux or whatever, where they're just so really like rigid. It's built more like a car, isn't it?
That was 2,000 revs.
That was $2,000.
That was $2,000, mate. That went up to then.
Right, podcast done. Dealer kit with. He's always eating. Look at him. Mr. Protein. Just throwing chicken around. I don't know if you saw that. All he ever does is if he's not cleaning the car, he's eating chicken and rice. Yeah, so podcast done with Sam of SPR Mercedes. If you haven't seen his channel, check it out. He's already got 24,000 subscribers in a year, and he's a Mercedes specialist. So this sort of stuff, fixing them up and whatever. Any minute we should have Theo, Bowen's Garage, turning up. He's going to come and buy a couple of cars off of us, like low mileage stuff. That is his speciality. And got quite a fancy car around the corner, I think. Should we go and have a look at that we're going to put up for sale? It's like a spaceship, isn't it? Like a boat or something.
Sexiest spaceship there is.
It's pretty massive. So this is my friend's RS6, the C8 super beast thing. Oh, Jesus. It's what Matt Watson does, isn't it? He does like the fist test. Is it a fist test or is it a stick test? That's a double fister, to be honest. Double fister times 2. And apparently it's obscenely loud. Yeah, we'll give it a little spruce in a minute and get some pictures of it.
Buying buddy just right.
Oh yeah.
Volvo dealer in Hinckley, which I believe is Derbyshire, have a 2019 Mercedes A-Class AMG line. 74 out of 100, retail 18,614. They want 15,450 for it. That's pretty good news by the looks of it. It's on sale with them at the minute. They obviously can't sell it. It's red.
I'd just say no, because we never sell A-classes here. We just Mercedes just in general just don't seem to sell that well here.
Yeah.
And it's not like we haven't got a limited supply of cars coming in at the moment.
Oh yeah, a 72 plate Passat I would say no to. Hybrid
hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be quite expensive, isn't it?
18.6, 21.
Just for a minute, it seems we're getting like loads and loads and loads of cars coming in.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and be buying like around, and also I just think everyone, not people are spending.
Yeah.
Just even in the short term for a month or two until the budget's done, I think 10 grandish cars are probably better news than some of the stuff I have been buying, which is like 25 grand.
Yeah. Okay. The F-Pace.
Yeah.
The white Jaguar F-Pace. Basically, the steering rack. Apparently, a belt goes, it destroys the casing, and hence it's got a crack in it. Options are second hand, 977 quid. Refurbished, 1500. So obviously, once we refurbish it, or whatever we do, we've still potentially got engine management lights, which we think we know what it is, but we're not sure. What do you think? I mean, I would go second hand.
Yeah,
Because
I would get a second hand
problem
one,
with
and
it.
then we'll have to look at it. And worst case scenario, if the engine management light isn't something we can sort on, whatever, we'll have to give him a refund. And
Well, he wants to swap for something else.
yeah, but there's nothing fancy enough out here. For
Well,
it,
funny
is there?
enough, I was saying you'd be better off with a RAV4, mate. But anyway, we'll
Yeah,
cross
but
that
he's not
bridge.
going to do that, is he? Because
Well, he wasn't, but obviously now he's
maybe he's
where he
learned a little
is.
bit.
He might have to lower his expectations slightly. But yeah, I'll get a second hand steering rack ordered. No, don't want to buy that. I think that's everything from me. Never had an advisory for rust underneath.
Maybe must need glasses, or we haven't got mine. So where's the MOT?
Let's come out and have a look, Adrian.
Have a look and see. I'd rather have a look because obviously when they start advising crazy, it just becomes a headache, isn't it? We've probably got a potential coil spring about to let go there.
Why not?
It's got Scottish marks on it.
Yeah.
Sometimes doesn't look as bad as the back end.
I mean, it's a 10-year-old little £5 Fiesta, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just I've seen a lot worse.
Well, yeah. Quite surprised actually for its. Soft on the inside and crunchy on the outside.
Got shots here.
Yeah.
Give it a blow out. We'll get some. Well, just order some in a can like this, Schultz or whatever, and we'll just go over all that stuff. None of it's like really rusting through anything, is it? It's just a bit.
Yeah, clean it off and blast it. I've got also some
A bit scabby and whatever. This is the problem when I start buying cheaper stuff.
I know.
But it's still nice to have some to turn over. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, give that a coat under ear. Same with this, whatever. Same with the. Just anything that looks a bit brown, we'll give it a cover, just tidy it up a bit.
No problem.
So it's only an MOT issue, isn't it? That we're trying
Yeah,
to
it's the dreaded advisory, isn't it?
resolve. Well, yeah, if we tackle it beforehand.
Yeah. Look at this.
Yeah.
Very damp wherever it's been.
Yo,
Good morning. How are you doing? All right?
You okay?
Yeah, very well. You?
Nice to meet you.
And you?
You alright?
Yeah, very well.
Good.
I thought I saw you come around the corner.
Yeah.
Do you want to go and
Easy fun.
inspect your beautiful purchases?
beauties.
Yeah. Well, here they are. The two of them.
That's like the most bread and butter thing ever.
Yeah. What's also though, yeah, we were talking about it in the podcast this morning because James was saying he's got a load of stuff that would be perfect for you. I said, funny enough, Theo's coming up today, and I said what it was. And they're like, oh no, you should have kept that. You should have kept that.
Yeah,
But
well,
it's more your.
yeah. I keep trying to get cars off James, but he keeps telling me they owe him too much money, so.
Oh really? He started
They
going
will
down
come.
this route now. I think that he's
He's told me he's bought. Did he say? He probably said this morning he's bought all the got all chip-ins and everything to
Yeah.
going for it.
Yeah.
It's about
Finally.
time. Yeah, it's quite a nice. It's good. You've got such interesting. It's all different, isn't it?
It is all different, yeah. Well, compared to when you got a forecourt full of this sort of stuff. Did you go for that barn in the end?
Yeah. So it's in progress. It's up a track.
Yeah.
And the track's like proper muddy rubbish at the minute. So we said we'll have it as long as they can put some this sort of stuff
Chip
in,
in
so
down,
at least we can get up and down.
It's about getting the cars filthy.
Yeah, exactly. And then we'll just, because we do everything by appointment anyway, so we'll just, they can all go up there, they can all be advertised on site, and then they can just go out the way until the time comes that somebody wants to come and have a look at it.
Okay. I could do.
I might have to get a salesman then though.
You reckon?
There lies the step that I've never taken.
Yeah, you've got the scope now to earn more money, but you're going to give it to the salesman instead.
Yeah.
This is a problem with scaling.
And I just don't know if it's, don't know if you can trust anyone to, I suppose if you find the right person, but it's finding the right person.
I haven't yet, so.
Have you had a busy week?
Not been too bad. I bought a lot. That's why I'm selling stuff to you, because I'm still like, we've got
cars bought from
two.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, today we're buying one. A guy's coming down a bit later, bringing a, what's he got, like a CLK type thing, and yeah, one of the lads is off doing a cars bought for more. I can't remember what he's buying.
That one you forwarded to me the other day, I sent him a text.
Yeah.
He's literally around the corner.
Yeah. Didn't hear anything. It's the problem.
But I bet you get quite a bit of that, I suppose. But
well, I mean, I'll spend like a long time going through them all, and it's probably like 10% that would get back to you, even if that's including the ones that are like nah or whatever. So yeah, it's a lot of admin for.
Yeah, but then going through auctions is a load of time, isn't it?
Well, yeah, just searching through them all.
You'll definitely buy better cars.
100%.
That's the key, isn't it? Right, let's have a look at this though. This was the one that was interesting to me.
What, the jogger, black dogger? You know you can get a bed kit for these from Thatcher.
I think I saw maybe Jason, maybe in a...
Yeah, in a video he was looking at it, yeah.
Did they all come from a company then, did they?
Yeah, so it was a, because we got that one, and, the black one there, and we had another white one. So they are like a transport company type thing. But they weren't taxis, they were what they gave their drivers to drive to and from, get in their cars in order to do like, whatever. Yeah.
It's quite cool to have 7, it's not a big car for 7 seats, is it?
No.
I think that would do well.
Yeah, it's very like modern looking and funky, and they're not like super specky, but they've got a flap in the dashboard for holding your phone in. You'll have which one? I suppose you're going to drive this one back to you and stick that one on there.
I think whichever one's got the most fuel in it, to be honest.
Ah, yeah, good point.
And this one you had from...
This is a car I bought from more one, I think.
How was it?
Just a local one. Like 3/4 of a tank in here.
Oh. And it's auto and I'm too lazy to change gears.
Yeah, this was a local one. But what was the mileage on it? Let's have a look at this thing. Like 11,000 miles. That's Theo's bread and butter type stuff. You can just sell that in a heartbeat. Whereas we will sell it, and when it eventually sells, it'd be quite a nice, easy sell. But
yeah, well, as you know, we're not working on margins like. So would you need stuff that just is ready to rock and roll and not going to give me sleepless nights?
Yeah. Well.
Hopefully.
Again, you've made your own. It obviously works well, doesn't it? I imagine you're making more money than I am. It's just.
We do well with smart cars, sir.
Oh yeah.
That's one thing that we. I don't know. Is that is that petrol?
This is an electric one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I haven't even driven this yet, actually. I didn't even realise it was a 4.4 even. But
they look cool, don't they?
They do. They're quite cool inside. They got cool steering wheels, a bit like your Alpha.
Oh yeah.
They got like the little buttons and everything on the bottom of them.
Yeah, we do really well with that sort of. Well, not the electric stuff actually. But.
What about a red Skoda? I don't think it's necessarily low on the mileage for you. Well, 69,000. That's like over it. It's up over the hill for you, isn't it?
Looks a lot of car then, though, doesn't it?
That was a a dabble on dealer auction. Just got it from one of the main dealers up the road.
How have you found that?
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah.
It's the same with everything, you just spend time searching on it and whatever, but I do like that it's got like an Auto Trader private customer search thing as well. And also every time you search through everything, it tells you all the retail ratings on them. You can search by retail rating, which would be right up your street.
Yeah. I'd much rather buy cars like this where that's 2 cars.
Yeah.
I haven't got to. Yeah. We do everything through traders now. And but obviously, if you're just starting out, that's difficult because you don't know people, I suppose.
Yeah.
Whereas we're dealing with the same people.
Up until doing like the podcast, I didn't really have anyone I could trade cars with. I used to phone the guy across town and be like, "Oh, do you want this?" It's a bit like lumpy for me, really, and he has like 10 cars at most, but all really nice stuff. But he was always like, "No, I'm full up," or maybe just didn't trust me or whatever.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, it's difficult. Well, it's the same with everything, isn't it? If
all
you're trying to get contacts.
Yeah.
Having a smart repairer, having a dent man, having a windscreen chip man, all that sort of thing.
Having a bit of like, I don't know, learning your market, I guess, because this sort of stuff will definitely sell here. Like the Datchas, or even that, we'll just get a phone call at some point and it'll be like a Zuto, and it'll be like, "We got a customer for that, they want it." You sign the paperwork and it'll be gone. Or someone will just come in and see it because of the mileage. But when you get that Swift off us, you'll sell it like
none of them will be financed for us.
No,
it'll be the older generation.
Yeah.
And then hopefully when you get something like that, you might have one that's like it might have an i10 or something that's like a 13, 14 plate. That's done 40,000 that we can still
retail,
still crack on with. Yeah, and especially on the Dacia. I mean, because it's so new.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But yeah, this is that was the Raffle 7 Series, but the guy took cash instead.
I like that you've got the one-way system.
Yeah, I mean,
because we've got one. You can drive the whole way around ours.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And that was like a big thing on this ticket.
Yeah. Do you ever do any like that's quite low mileage, I think. And sometimes I think, oh, I got something like that. Like,
yeah, I sold a C-Class last week.
Oh yeah. It might not be that low mileage now. I think about it, but 76,000 miles.
Yeah.
But occasionally I've thought of you when we've had low mileage stuff, and I'm like, oh no, it's because it's a bit too light.
So it's not so much the. So we do a few Lexus.
Oh yeah.
I do like a Jag.
Yeah. Oh, your Jag's gonna be perfect. For
and
your
Mercs
market.
and people to go up the golf club and that.
Yeah.
That's the sort of. But I won't do BMWs really. I've got an X3 at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not like. I'd probably shoehorn myself too much.
Yeah.
But it just fits.
Whatever works,
what
doesn't
our
it?
Customers.
What I like is you found kind of what works for you and you stuck with it, whereas the rest of us seem to be like, oh, we'll try this for a bit, and then we'll try that for a bit, and then we'll try this for a bit. And like recently I was like, I'm only buying stuff with big lumpy margins in, and then I went to the auctions the other day and I bought a load of stuff with like smaller margins in, like this Mocha.
Yeah.
But it might only have 1,500 quid of it in the end of the day, but it only cost me 3.5 or something, so
there you go.
It's just like, oh, maybe we'll have a bit more.
And it'll sell within 30 days, easily. And
yeah, I hope so.
I don't know. I think if you just went down if you did just go down the lumpy stuff route, and everything was lumpy stuff.
Yeah.
Then after a year,
yeah,
or
that's
2
like
years,
I think you've built your market with your low mileage.
People know where
stuff.
we are, and people know that that's what we do, and then they recommend their neighbours and their neighbours. Loads of cars we buy at the minute are from people that bought cars off us, and their neighbours looking to
word
sell.
of mouth type thing.
But that's just been around for.
When I told Jason where you were in Ross on Wye, he said you were coming down and he was like, oh, Ross on Wye. It's like, Ross on Wye, reach for the sky. I'm like, what are you on about? And he's like, I used to go raving in Ross on Wye.
Really?
Apparently. It doesn't like match up with the picture you paint of it.
Well, they're all Jason's age now, that's the thing.
Well,
they were raving.
They were raving, yeah. Now they're
behaving.
Retired.
And driving Dacias.
Yeah.
This is quite nice, though.
This thing, yeah. But the only thing about this is I got this from BCA, and I was like, it's nice low mileage, it's 54,000 miles.
2 litre.
It is the 2 litre, yeah. But it had a clean, assured report, service history, all the keys, all that sort of stuff. I was like, right, but it's a safe one off them to get, and it turned out like the turbo sounds like a dentist drill, so I'm gonna have to put turbo on it.
Yes.
You can't.
But and none of it's like a cheap repair. Like we might often have like a lambda sensor go on Polo or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
60
like
quid for the
100 quid,
sensor
yeah.
and 20 minutes to fit. Whereas I
Yeah,
suppose
turbo on
everything
this is probably going to be 800 quid, and then fitting it's going to be a nightmare. So yeah, I'm coming around to your way of thinking, more of...
well, don't do it too much, because I want to keep buying cars.
not necessarily low mileage, but just, if I'd bought that from a private customer, I would have heard that straight off the bat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because
exactly,
once it's warmed up, it stops doing it.
I think
And it drives fine, so as far as the report goes, all good. But obviously, you start it from cold, and it's, whistling away, and we need to sort it out. So
I think buying the Prestige stuff would work if you bought it not from auction.
yeah.
I suppose that's how Rob does most of it, doesn't he? I don't know how much he buys from auction, how much he buys.
He does buy some, but
Yeah.
but then maybe I've seen him buy like Ford KAs from auction.
Because you have got to like what you're selling, and that is. I mean, I like what we sell because I know that.
There's money in it.
Like I find silly little things interesting. Or we get a Jazz with a glass roof, and it's
Yeah.
like, wow.
But you know what? We bought that GLC thing over there on the other side of the Mocha from James the other day. It's like 24 grand on the forecourt. It's lovely. It's got all the features and whatever. But I would get more of a buzz if we got a 500 quid part exchange in.
Yeah.
And drive that home. It's got loads of fuel in it. Because I wouldn't want to get in that and make it dirty before someone comes and looks at it. And it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah. How much do you pay to get rid of your tyres?
£1.75.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Like £1.80 per tyre.
Yeah.
What people don't understand, you're going to get a tyre change, all these tyres stacked up here. There's like a couple hundred quid there.
We do put it on the workshop bill actually
Yeah.
to the customer as
Oh
as
yeah,
a
yeah.
disposal.
Yeah, well
so-
you should do, yeah. A lot
But
of
on the
people
sales cars, I mean, obviously we're replacing so many Perish tyres. The amount of
Oh,
tyres
yeah.
we replace, it builds up pretty.
I've just been
pretty
stacking them
quick.
at my farm, so I can use them for like building fences or walls
Oh, yeah, yeah.
or keeping
Salt
horses in or something, so I don't have to pay £1.80 a time.
It's amazing how much stuff you accumulate, though, isn't it, over
Yeah.
a very short period.
This is my container. of
Executive suite.
it. Yeah. Probably not.
Oh, it's nice. It's better than a shed, isn't it?
I don't know. I think I'd have your shed if it was heated, maybe. But yeah, this is.
Very sophisticated.
Well, we try.
And you've got a lot of gizmos going on.
Yeah, well, mainly because I've been sat here doing the podcast, the mic's out and whatever, and yeah,
Yeah, very good.
got to keep up to date with the news so I can do my stock trading, and I don't really at all.
Yeah, we've got the footsie running across there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All morning. Yeah, very good.
Bitcoin.
See, I haven't got the technical. I'm not technical at all. I mean, literally not at all.
Oh.
So doing all this sort of stuff would scare me. So you're dropping down the videos a little bit then? Is that the plan?
Well, in reality, we only dropped a little bit, but it's taken the pressure off quite a bit. I think we're trying to do stuff like reviews on the Berrow Motors channel and stuff, which have taken down a notch.
Yeah.
And it was just not very organised, was it, Tobes?
Mm-hmm.
So now everyone's kind of got their set roles. Jason's in there doing.
Who was stressing the most? You or Toby?
I'll tell you to give a shit. It's just me. What I was stressing about is like, right, we need to get this video up, we need to do this, we need to film this, and then they're like, oh, we need to film this bit so I can finish this video. And it would be like the end of the day before I could get in the garage and like, Ross, what's been happening? And they'll say, oh, we've been doing this and we've been doing that. I'm like, oh, why have you been doing that? So I'm just
That is the one that I struggle
enjoying being a bit more hands-on again.
with. I like having.
I'm
too
being
much-
a control freak.
Yeah, it is.
I'm back to being a control freak, and I feel so much happier about it.
But I think we're all like that.
That's why you start a business, isn't it?
We're all OCD. We're all
Yeah.
control freaks.
It's just like everyone's kind of like busy doing something, but it's not with a real direction. I'm right, you're doing this, you're doing that. Come on, let's go. And
I'm
you
trying to
have
get
to be the guy
especially the valid
in
boys
charge to do
drive
that.
it. So they know what's I'm trying to get them to just pick up on what's arriving. That's the order. That's what they need to do, rather than having to tell them all the time. But it takes time.
Yeah,
I think that's sold then.
yeah, sold now.
Nice.
Real easy. Like we've had it for like 90 days now, so it was like over age, and I'm like, oh, I have to move it on. But yeah, we had two people come in at the same sort of time, and
really?
one of them just went for it, and it's lovely. I can't believe it stayed here. It's so nice.
It is lovely.
You'd love that, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It sounds amazing. It's got the sports exhaust. Yeah,
that sounds good. Staying local.
it's a bit of me. If I wasn't as fat, I'd probably get in and out of it and love it and keep it. But I don't know where it's going, to be honest. I think it's going out today or tomorrow.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah.
Do you do your own scrap then?
Yeah. What do you do?
I've got a friendly man who comes in.
Yeah. To be fair, I'll show you around here. We've got. There's not much here. Batteries and whatever. We've got a barrel outside the workshop.
What's that absolute weapon that I saw when I arrived?
Oh, this belongs
That's
to...
a new company car, is it?
Yeah. He wants us to try and sell. But, you know, we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, it's like 800 odd horsepower.
That's an absolute beast, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a monster. Ridiculously loud. All the modifications and whatever.
That's the ultimate family car.
You reckon?
I reckon so. If you've got a big budget, obviously.
How do I like it? This is ours, is it?
What? That's the part X against the smart car.
Okay. Is it their shopping bag?
I will ask her now. But yeah, it's
How many miles?
42,000.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's nice. I think it's a 900. Little twin air thing. Yeah, it's as nice as either.
Very mint.
Very mint.
Lovely. It's very like Stormtrooper helmet or whatever,
is,
isn't it?
isn't it?
Like Darth Vader type thing.
Should be in a Batman film.
Yeah.
Where is that small one? That's more.
Yeah, well,
That's more
it's
like
just coming to Park Exchange, you know?
How is it?
Yeah. What did you say the mileage was? Like 42,000.
There you go.
Right up the Australia. Yeah. Right, I've just dropped Mark and Charlie off. As you would have seen, they've gone to Burnham Hand Car Wash. So we've got so many cars coming in, especially through Cars Bought for More. It's absolutely awesome. It just means they can't really keep up, especially with needing to prep the cars that are like ready for their handovers. The Porsche Cayman went out earlier. I think the Golf GTD is going out tomorrow. I'm sure something else went out earlier as well. Plus, we've got my friend's car in that needed a quick clean before we get pictures of it for him. So yeah, really busy. So we're just, I mean, it's great. I'm quite happy to pay them to do it. Sometimes we'll do like some little touching up bits finally afterwards, but it gets it 99% of the way there. And yeah, it just saves us a lot of time. It just reminded me, because obviously, you know, these hand car washes, they got a reputation for using like really harsh chemicals. That's how they clean them so quickly. Everything's kind of really caustic and whatever. It just made me think of some of the horrendous chemicals I have seen in, you know, these cheap shops. Proper Chop, for example, which is where I've just been and picked up some £1.25 wheel clean, and I'm going to challenge Dom at DV Details to clean a car with some of these products. I've got some other ones down here as well. In fact, I also got some snow foam from McLaren. It's got to be good, right? To find out if they're actually any good or not, because Dom is the guru when it comes to good quality products, not using too much of it, not wasting product, kind of saving money and getting the job done on as little as possible, but using the right stuff. So I just want to know if £1.25 instant valet is gonna, you know, meet his standards. I wonder. Well, at the end of the day, all we need to know is the exact settlement figure, and we've got the reference number, and I've got Close's payment details.
Let me photograph that and I'll do that next. Let's get the battery in my car. My old car.
crazy how much difference a bit of heat made with this thing. We brought it in this morning when it had been outside, and it would just like, you'd pull a little bit in, like a little like stamp size bit would crack off. So we put the heater on in here, and suddenly it will come off the sheets. Bigger pieces, isn't it? What is up? Nearly done with a wrap. Full video out now. Hopefully, if we ever get these last bits of wrap off. I know Dan's been doing a lot of it. I've been listing cars to send some to auction, just some overage stuff. That transit van outside, clean that. It's only half one. What else have I done? God, that is worrying now you ask me. I did some admin on the computer. I have done quite a lot of this, to be fair. Earlier on, Jason sold the Alpha, Giulietta. And we've got another Giulietta coming in part exchange, an old one. Okie dokie. Done with a rangy, mate. It's black again. She's a beauty.
I absolutely know nothing on these, so can do a smoke. Probably could do a smoke test on it to see if we can find a leak. But how much do you know about these, Toby?
Nothing.
First time I've seen one of these engines. Sounds all right though.
What's wrong with it?
Oh, it's coming up with crankcase ventilation open, bank one. So it's got a PCV problem.
Is it safe? I mean, is it drivable? Because you drive it, or should she not drive it, or what?
No, she can drive it.
Right.
She is.
I mean, I'll just say to her, there's no point us scratching our heads and
No,
not
'cause I
knowing what
don't
to do.
even-
Just put the lid on and we'll take it to Mercedes.
Because I mean, that could be part of the PCV system there, but
Could be.
it's a It's a weird setup.
Just leave it,
It's a weird setup.
Just leave it.
Hey.
So is the engine management light actually on?
Yes. I mean, you stick the coolant pot or another one in the middle of the bloody engine.
Just call the guy that built it, look.
Yeah, go see Stefan. Oh, Stefan's in there. Here you are, Steph. But look, coolant. No matter if you can afford one of them, you can afford to have it repaired, can't you? It's an expensive beastie when it was bought. I mean, they still go silly money, don't they? These things. But yeah. See a Mercedes specialist, I would say. Oh, they're doing leak tests. Couldn't even see the thermostat housing in it.
No, we sold. Do you remember the Navara, the black Navara pickup? The guy across the road, he bought it, and then she just said, "Can you have a look at it?" So that's her husband. Right, what are the codes?
P1CE 700.
Which is?
Crankcase ventilation and wide open throttle
Hang
operation.
on. Crankcase ventilation.
In wide open throttle operation.
Right, so it's end of the week again, Saturday. So I say it's the end of the week, it's actually just before midday, but I need to head off at midday because I'm going away for an evening with the dogs and the other half and things. So I'm shooting off early, but I don't expect anything interesting is going to happen when I'm not here because I'm not here. So anyway, just kidding. we need to do best car bought, best car sold, and all that malarkey. So, best car sold. Follow me. We have sold the Giulietta. We did a video on that. That has sold, and we took another Giulietta in part exchange, but it's like a 2010, the non-fancy one. It's the 1.4, and I think in like the circle of life, we bought that as a trade buy from James at Chops Garage, and we bought in a other one part exchange for 1,400 quid, and I was like, that would be perfect with James. He told me the maximum we pay is £1,000, so I was like, oh, okay, never mind. And then when I told him what we paid for it, he wanted it, so probably he'll be having that. But we will see. So, not the best car sold though. Follow me. I'm trying to remember what we've bought this week. Was it this week we went and got this? What else have we bought? We've bought quite a lot, haven't we? I would say. But I can't remember. Oh, I know what. Follow me. So, I would say best car bought is probably the Mercedes SL350 that we bought from Andrew via Cars Bought for More, and he's actually going to sell us his E-Class as well, an E350 diesel, which he's going to bring down next week. So that was superb. Plus he delivered it to us and we just dropped him back at the station. Excellente, just how we like to do it. So that I would say is the best car bought, because it's in whatever it is, polar white, I don't know, you know, I just make stuff up. But it's got their sort of red interior, oxblood red. I don't know what it's called in a Mercedes. In a BMW, it's coral red. I don't think it's the same in a Mercedes, but either way, just nice. Just again, because it's really nice condition, nice history, all that sort of stuff. Lovely. Talking of nice condition, history, mileage, all that stuff. The X3 that you saw me buy last week via Cars Bought for More from Lee, it's now sold. So didn't hang around long at all, did it? And I'm sure it's because it's a really nice example, low mileage, and all that good stuff. So that sold, took a deposit on that maybe yesterday or the day before, and that will be going out shortly. It's been quite a good week, really. I'm getting a bit more hands-on again, which you may have noticed, which means hopefully these weekly videos will be a bit more longer, more involved. You'll see me doing more stuff. And yeah, it's been not too bad. It's picking up again. So today we've had the Golf GTD go out. We've had the Vauxhall Insignia go out. If you remember, that was the one that we took in part exchange. Low mileage one against the red one that was really filthy when we got it. And there's a Mercedes GLA just over there, which is due to go out in a minute as well. And then we've had test drives on the Clubman, Cooper S, and we might have someone coming in on the Swift, which is another Cars Bought for More one. And just generally starting to pick up a little bit. Does help that I've been buying more stock and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, quite good really. So let's think about biggest win and biggest loss or whatever. I'm going to stand in the sun because it's actually quite cold today, but it's quite nice in the sun. Right, so now I'm nicely in the sun. Toby's probably not, but never mind. Biggest win, well, for me personally, we had Theo Cook from Bowen's Garage come down, and he bought a couple of cars from us, which is always nice because I love taking his money. I love taking my friend's money, but he'll make money from it, so it's all good. And yeah, meeting him in person. We've had him on the podcast quite a few times, and yes, nice to meet him finally in person. Then, biggest headache. What's been the biggest headache? I don't know. I'm trying to send a load of stuff to auction. I'm trying to have a clear out. Clear the dead wood and make sure, you know, free up working capital. Because I've got cars that are kicking around that either just need a little repair or whatever. In fact, come with me and I'll show you. We got this E-Class on the trailer, which I'm going to have to hook up in a minute and take it down to the farm before I even go on holiday. But never mind. Which, I don't know if I was just like half asleep or I'd been smoking crack, who knows, but I bought this from G3 Auctions, and I guess I just wasn't really paying attention. I thought it looked quite a smart thing, and it is. Maybe I was just dazzled by the like, light cream interior or the, whatever it is, but it's got this crease down here, and then come round to the front, and the bumper has obviously been caught on something and is ripped off. We've just put a bit of tape over it now to cover that there's a gap there. which is not the end of the world, but also doesn't have a V5, doesn't have service history. It runs absolutely spot on. It's only on 80,000 miles. So I think we need a new bumper if we wanted to fit it properly, because the brackets or everything are broken, and then we need to get that fixed. And it's really not that much, but then I'm thinking actually it's borderline what I want to sell here anyway, especially when we haven't got service history or whatever. I don't know, the more I think about it, the more I question myself, but I'm just thinking like this, for example, and then we've got another one of these, the convertible that was Jason's. Again, it just seems to have a very, very slow battery drain on it. Which would be fine if someone buys it and drives it, but I just don't want to have the hassle of it. So probably send that to auction. We've got the massive Ford Transit out here. Another lovely Cars Bought for More car, I might add. Thank you very much, Norbert, for that one. Yeah, the massive ex-Virgin, the company, transit van and all that sort of stuff. Just had no interest in it, keep dropping the prices. Don't really know why. I guess no one really wants a short wheelbase, high roof one with inverters and stuff in the back. I don't know, could be wrong. So just gonna send that off to auction and yeah, be done with it really. So yeah, just logistics of getting that sort of stuff's the problem. It's so hard to know because the way this business goes up and down. So all of a sudden we're buying loads of stock, especially from Cars Bought for More. We've got Dan doing driving full time now, but we could almost do with more again. But maybe what we need is like part-time, you know, freelancers that can help us out. So I might have to look into that, but we'll see how it goes. Don't forget the Harley Davidson in there. I need to find somewhere better for it to live. I don't really have a good dry... I mean, it could go in my garage at home, I suppose, but it's just effort. But yeah, anyway, you can win that for £1, and I'll even take the number plates that the valeters have left resting on the seat off of it. Buy 20 tickets, you'll get an extra 10 for free. So head over to feelgoodcompetitions.co.uk. That is it. I'm probably waffling too much now that it's gone over 12 already and my other half is going to kill me. So I need to move this, bring a car around, hook up the trailer, and get out of here. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And don't forget we're giving away a £4,000 Tudor watch as soon as we hit 100,000 subscribers. So subscribe, ask your family to subscribe, you know, just send out a ring letter type thing, tell people to subscribe, whatever. The sooner that happens, the sooner I give that watch away. That is it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you same time, same place next week. Bye bye.